Hello, thank you for allowing me to do a presentation on HomePad, right? That's where we're scaling equitable home ownership through technology. Now, let me start with a truth that keeps me up at night. Think about these statistics right here. 44 million American renters, they qualify for zero-down home ownership programs, but 78% of those abandon their applications before closing. Now, it's not that they can't afford homes, it's that the system is designed to exhaust them. Let me give you an example. Imagine Maria, a single mom who lives in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, working 2 jobs. To apply for the USDA loan program, she needs 2 years of pay stubs, she needs 3 bank statements, a rental history letter, and a credit explanation on top of everything else, all while navigating 3 different agency portals that don't talk to each other. So this in combination, think about it adds what we call quote unquote documentation dread. That's the anxiety that one missing comma triggers a denial. So you see why 78% of people never finish their applications. Our solution at HomePad fixes this with an AI-driven digital concierge that 1, automates the credit repair process, 2, it validates documents in real time, 3, it submits to all eligible programs like USDA, HUD, FHA simultaneously. In our Baton Rouge pilot program with NeighborWorks, right, we had 200 users apply and we got 42 closing. That is a 21% conversion rate versus the 8 to 12% industry benchmark. Think about that. That's not just transactions. That's 42 families building equity. And that's why we're here today. Now, here it is here. There is a problem. Again, reiterating 44 U.S. renters, 78% abandoned. The root cause of that was bureaucratic fragmentation, credit invisibility, and documentation dread. At HomePad Solution, as I said before, that we are going to combine and use a concierge, AI-driven digital concierge that automates the credit repair, document validation, and multi-agent submission. Let's talk about the market growth for this, right? So under the market growth, the Urban Institute identified that 4.3 million low to medium income households actively seeking home ownership in the next 24 months. So 3 catalysts are accelerating this. 1, a $15 billion in new federal down payment assistance programs, the largest increase in a decade. 34% of LMI, which is low to medium income renters, now use some type of digital financial tool, which tripled that of 2020 rate. And the Consumer Finance Protection Boards, better known as CFPB, they increased fair lending enforcement, creating tailwinds for solutions that reduce discriminatory friction. Next, under the competitor edge, this is our edge. So we have Rocket Market, right? Rocket Mortgage, excuse me. They have a minimum credit score of 620. They do not have a down payment integration into their platform. Here at HomePad, we accept as little as a 580 because we have the APIs and the software to help them to build their 580 to a better score to get lower interest rate, and it automatically matches to all programs. Another competitor is Credit Karma. They make their money from data monetization. They have no housing focus. Us, on the other hand, we have no user fees, so it is free to the applicant. We make our money off of referral fees, so exclusively toward housing, not data monetization, not worrying about the credit per se, right? And another competitor is HUD counselors. In essence, we're going to partner with the HUD counselors because the way they're doing things right now, there's a manual process, it is geographic limited. Like I've said before, in Baton Rouge, you apply, they only deal with Baton Rouge. Our app has a digital scale, meaning that any HUD counselor anywhere in the U.S. could use this attached to our white label partnership. So again, this is what we see as our market growth and our competitive edge. Next, let's talk about this, right? Let's talk about the pro forma projection and the methodology we use methodology that we use to get this, right? So this is our key goal. Our model is intentionally simple. The renters pay nothing. We earn $2,750 per successful closing from lenders or from HFAs. So why this work? We only profit when borrowers succeed. It's a perfect incentive alignment. No revenue from failed applications, just outcomes. Under the projection methodology, right? Let's use what we did before. We have projection of year one to be assessed with 3 credit unions and 2 counselors, right? We started with our pilot of 21% conversion. We're going to use this for our methodology. In year 3, we plan on partnering with 15 partners across 5 states. In year 5, 40 partners across 12 states. So let's apply our 21% conversion rate, 2,700 fee, 2,750 fee in year 1. If you at 690,000 in year 1, by year 5, that would equate to 6.2 million. But we didn't just extrapolate that. We benchmarked. SEC Edgar said that Rocket Company's 10K showed referral fees anywhere from 2,500 to 3,200. So we priced ours right in the middle at 2,750. Right. So our ability to get the referral fee and use tech puts us in a very sweet spot. And so we have no user fees, and also our revenue is only half the story. Let's talk about capital efficiency. So let's talk about break even and capital efficiency. As of right now, you can see that we extrapolated our fixed costs to be 1.2 million, and that's going to include engineering costs, compliance costs, and also to be able to pay our core team. We compiled that the variable cost, right, and any loans would be about 210 per application. That 210 would cover cloud per application, would cover cloud storage, APIs, and also payment processing. So in essence, we have effective price to loan of about 950 in year 1. So our break-even formula pretty much is the BEP. It gets us to 1,628 loans for us to break even, which is 1.55 in revenue. So by year 3, we assessed that our safety margin of 3,000 loans would give us an 84% buffer per loan. So that is the break-even numbers. But it doesn't stop there, right? I want you to understand that business valuation is critical. This is the one that we used here. For that, we use the excess earning method. That's the gold standard for asset-light, IP-driven businesses such as ours. So in year 3, the earnings are 1.3.5 million, because that's when we transition from growth to sustainable profitability. So we assess that our stabilized earnings at 1.3 million, tangible assets about 18,000. That's for SaaS-related companies such as ours. We anticipate the working capital to be about $150,000. So that gives us a multiple almost 3.8 times growth, tech mission adjusted for business valuation. But this valuation isn't just financial. Each percentage point of conversion improvement translates to thousands of families achieving home ownership. So financial return and mission impact are multiplicative. Okay, so let's show you how you could participate. So this is the investment ask. Okay, so here it is. We're asking for about $300,000 for 10% equity. That gives you pre-money of 2.7 million. That gives us valuation, representing a 5.4 discount to our calculated value to account for early stage risk. This is a price equity round with full voting rights, simple, transparent, and aligned. Let's talk about how the capital will be deployed. Up to 300,000, 150,000 is for AI document validation. Remember, we said before that we have to submit this to various USDAs, FHAs, different financial institutions, and our API integrations to be able to talk to those software of those particular companies. 90,000 of those is for state mortgage licenses and compliance, and about 60,000 of the 300,000 will be toward HUD counselors networking and onboarding, of being able to teach the HUD counselors how to integrate our software, our white label, into what they're doing. So by year 5, an investor's looking at a 5x return and a possibility of a nice exit. So here's our leadership team, right? The founder, which is me, 25 years in financial market. We plan on bringing in advisors for HUD certified counselors. We plan on bringing on ex-Rocket compliance leads, reg tech engineers, and our attraction of neighbor work, our pilot completed that we were locked in with 3 credit unions with signed letter of intents. Now, in conclusion, HomePad transformed bureaucratic friction into generational wealth with validated unit economics, capital efficient break even, and a defensible niche. We offer both mission impact and sustainable returns. I want to thank you very much. I look forward to talking to each and every